to the channel. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. Before I get too deep into this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. As you all know, the NFL season officially started last night. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers defeated the Dallas Cowboys last night, 31-29. And I'm going to give you 3 takeaways from each team. All right, so with the Dallas Cowboys, 3 things that I noticed. Dallas has a problem generating pass rush. So with that being said, I see a lot of teams are going to kind of expose them. Even though Gregory and Lawrence was making their presence felt, they kind of wasn't getting home like they need to get home when it comes down to basically sacking the quarterback. Because once you play the quarterbacks that are a little bit more savvy, they know how to shift the pass protection to that particular, shift it to it or away from that particular pass rusher, especially if you don't have 2 guys that can get after the quarterback. So when you play those smarter quarterbacks, they can turn around and just say, all right, we'll do audible, change the coverage, the pass coverage, the pass protection, and then that way they can elude the pass rush. Now, the other thing that they can do is what you'll see a player like Tom Brady do, is they can audible to a play that's going to expose you. As soon as you go upfield, they turn around and throw the ball right in that area that you vacated. It's a cliche type of thing, but not every quarterback has the ability to do it at the drop of a dime. The other thing is that I took away from it, some of you guys already know, some of the guys that watch football a little bit more in depth and so forth. Dak Prescott, as he's rehabilitating, trying to get back to his old self, it's more and more known that he really needs a run game in order to continue to go through what he's going through. They beat him up last night, and I just don't know if he's going to survive that kind of punishment for 17 games, especially coming off the injury that he came off of. So I just would like to see if Ezekiel Elliott or even Pollard, somebody, to give Dak Prescott a little bit more help to where he has it now. He has time that, hey, I can breathe a little bit, because he spent most of his time in distress last night. Now, he had a hell of a game. I just think, if he had a little bit more of help from the running back position, I think they could have kind of put it together. Because it was basically a Dak Prescott and Amari Cooper show last night. And then the last thing is Amari Cooper is pissed. I don't know. I don't know if somebody told him, hey, look, Amari Cooper, you're no longer top 5. You're no longer top 10. I'm not picking you up. You're not draft worthy. I don't know if anybody told him that. But he was playing possessed last night. He was catching everything. He was breaking tackles. To me, this is the Amari Cooper a lot of people want to see back in the league and doing good things like this, because he has the abilities. He was, for a while, he was looked at as probably his top 3 in the route running for wide receivers, and then you couple that with his speed and his ability to catch. People were thinking, hey, he has a chance to creep into the first ballot type of Hall of Fame type of production. So with that being said, it was good to see him back, and I'm glad we don't play the Cowboys this year with the Ravens. But if we did, I wouldn't be too worried. But it's just the fact like he was catching everything that Dak was throwing to him, so that kind of made me feel good. That, hey, being a former receiver is like, hey, you know what? Hey, the guy came back and he's doing his thing now. So I hope that he continue to do that throughout the season, and I look forward to him doing some good stuff. All right, moving on to the Tampa Bay side. Tampa Bay, the first thing I noticed, the first takeaway is them bringing back all their starters could not be praised enough. The reason why I say that is because it showed last night that depth on defense was just too much for people to constantly deal with. Vita Vea, JPP. We didn't even talk too much about Sue last night, and Ndamukong Suh. the real weakness they probably have is secondary, and then even then, it's kind of like, hey, somebody is injured, we plug these guys in and kind of let them grow up before your eyes. And it's kind of weird though, is because you have you have guys that are speedsters on the defense and the defensive secondary that can't handle double moves. You have guys that are speedsters that can handle double moves. You have guys that are kind of slower, but they're good with man coverage. So it's like your scouting report has to be A1. If not, you may throw the wrong type of route or the wrong type of, you may call it the wrong type of play against a player that's particularly good at that. And then, so the other thing is what happens once they fix their glaring issues when it comes down to getting better throughout the season, throughout the years that they play. So to me, that this defense is well rounded, and I don't even need to talk about the offense because with those guys, the more and more continuity they have together, you guys kind of see the well-oiled machine that they can become. Because last night, Gronk sneakily had a phenomenal game, and not a lot of people even talked about it. Mike Evans super quiet. He was open. The thing about it is a lot of the balls that was thrown to him, the Dallas defenders made it hard for him to get the ball in open space because they would tip the ball away from him, or either they would double him, they would chip him at the line. So they kind of kept Mike Evans in the bottle, so he didn't get a chance to do his thing. But the AB broke out, the Gronkowski broke out, even Scotty Miller was trying to break out as well. But a lot of his stuff. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of it. A good bit of it was called back from penalties or whatever, or either timeouts or something like that. So the last thing is, the next thing is Tom Brady may be even smarter now since he's been in the league. He may be even smart. This may be the smartest he has been. It was Peyton Manning-esque. I used Peyton Manning as a measuring stick for Tom Brady. It's kind of weird, but hey, at the end of the day, when I say it's Peyton Manning-like or Peyton Manning-ish, it's the fact that the pre-snap stuff, he's able to do that just like that. As soon as he comes out, he sees it. He says a couple of words, sees some people move around, and he's like, "Hey, you know what? Oh, okay, this is what you guys doing? Cool, watch this." And that's how he hit Gronk on one of his touchdowns right in the goal line, right around the goal line situation. And then the other one was he baited his safety. He kind of just looked left the whole entire time. The one to Antonio Brown just baited the safety. Come on, just baited him all the way out of his chance to make a play on the ball, and he just threw it over top of him. Now it took him everything in that 44-year-old body to get it down the field, but he did it. He did it. And I'm not a Tom Brady fan. You guys know I'm a Ravens fan, but I got to give him his credit when it's due. In this particular game, he played a good game. So I don't think he's slowing down at all. All right, and the last thing is the Bucs running backs. Bucs running backs, you guys are the key. I don't know if anybody told you guys this. You guys are kind of like a very, very vital piece when it comes down to them repeating. The reason why I say that is because if that offense comes out and they score 25, 30 points, but then you guys they can't protect the lead when it comes down to just giving everybody a carry or two to run 5 or 6 minutes off the clock. Now you turn around, you open the window for a comeback. You open the window for a comeback every time. And now that offense, as good as it is, instead of being methodical, you got to basically say, hey, okay, look, we got to take a lot more risk. We got to take a lot more risk when it comes down to deep balls down the field, throws that we don't normally throw because we're fighting against time and so forth and so on. So, and that's what they kind of struggled with early on in the season last year, where people were saying, hey, why they throw the ball deep so much? Because they felt like this is what we have to do with the lack of a run game, with the lack of a play action, a true play action. So that's why the run game is what I was saying. They have to be a part of this offense, an effective part of the offense, not just be out there. All right. So thank you guys for watching. If you got any kind of questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. And thank you. And you guys have a great day. Peace.